Hello, everyone, and welcome to Term 3 Showcase for 2023. Just before we get started, there is a bit of housekeeping that we need to go through. Please be mindful that this showcase is being recorded. So that means if you could please remain muted throughout the presentation, that would be greatly appreciated. You can change your view to speaker view so you can focus on who is talking. Questions can be posted in the chat as we go along and will be answered during the Q&A at the end. Please be mindful that the streaming qualities of the videos we will be showing you is dependent on your internet connection. And you can turn the live transcription or captions onto this video call for your own personal use. There is a button with the letters CC written in it at the bottom of the screen. So you just simply click on that. Any questions before we begin? You can either write it in the chat or take yourself off mute and ask. No? Okay. I will hand over to Talia Warren, from the Department of Education.
Thank you so much, Dana. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Virtual School Showcase. It's great to have so many of you joining us as we embark on this immersive tour where we will showcase 5 exceptional Victorian government schools for you today. As Dana said, my name is Talia Warren and I am lucky enough to be part of the Marketing, Communications and Stakeholder Engagement team at the International Education Division in Victoria. As is customary here in Australia, I would first like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands in which we are meeting from across Victoria and Australia today. I would like to pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and any elders or co-workers who may be on this call today. So as always, it's wonderful to have you here and thank you so much for joining our 3rd of 4 virtual school familiarisation tour showcases for 2023. Today, you will get the unique opportunity to explore the campuses and discover the remarkable programs and facilities of Bentley Secondary College, Cheltenham Secondary College, Mentone Girls Secondary College, Mount Alexander College, and last but not least, Rowville Secondary College. And a little later on, you will get the opportunity to actually ask questions of our students and our schools in the Q&A session. So make sure you write down any questions that you might have for later on. Just a little hint from me also, while I'm here, while you're watching the tours today, please make sure you're paying special attention because at the end of the showcase, we will do a very short quiz to see if you can identify some of the key features shown within the videos that you see today. Before we start, I would also just like to take this opportunity to say a really big thank you to our schools and our student ambassadors who are online with you today. And of course to you, as always, our education agents and parents. You guys play such an integral role in the education journey of our future and current students. And last but not least, of course, I have to say a big thank you to the Creativa team who do such an exceptional job at bringing our schools to you every term. Okay, so I will pass back to Dana to kick us off, and I really hope that you enjoy today. Thank you.
Thanks, Talia. Yes, I am Dana, and I'm one of the directors of the films you'll see today, and I'll be your host today. And I'm accompanied with Jay, who is the producer on the project and the one clicking all the buttons that you can see for our slideshow. Creativa is a production agency that specializes in helping clients communicate ideas through videos and animation. And we were engaged by the Department of Education to create this virtual school familiarisation tour for 2023. And the brief was to showcase each school's unique offerings, whether it's education, sport, or music. And I'm excited to share with you some of the amazing things we've captured. In these videos, you'll get to experience the grounds of some of our Victorian schools, hear from teachers and students, and get a sense of what it's like to be a student there. I hope you enjoy these films. Victoria is a diverse and welcoming place with world-class education and support services for international students. Come and experience all we have to offer.
네, 법무사님 안녕하세요.
Sky from
네,
Bentley
잘
Secondary
지내시죠?
Sky from Bentley Secondary College, over to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Sky Pruitt and I'm one of the assistant principals of Bentley Secondary College. Part of my role here in the college is to oversee the international student program alongside our ISP coordinator Lou, who's joining me here today. I'm also joined by Helene Hyotis, who is our school principal, and in the background you will see some of our wonderful students playing board games together with our teacher Chris Rowe and our ISP captain Kyle, who will join us for the Q&A. Bentley Secondary College is a large co-educational secondary school in Melbourne South East. The benefit of coming to our school is that it has the community feel of a small school, but the facilities and subject choices of a large school. At Bentley Secondary College, students are invited to consider their skills and interests and build a course that will allow them to perform to the best of their ability. Students can participate in a wide range of extracurricular activities, such as our Amazing House program, performing arts, and our sports academy. We cover social and emotional curriculum for our learning pillars, which develops our students' ability to know themselves as learners, how to contribute to their community, and how to lead others, which are all important skills in these changing times. In the video, you'll have an opportunity to see our amazing facilities, which includes our Da Vinci STEAM Centre, 2 of our stadiums, extensive grounds, including our ovals and our wetlands, which you might see in the background at the moment. We're also going to have an opportunity to see our international students on the video and hear about their experiences. And we're really excited also about the opening of our Performing Arts Centre, which will be happening next year. So please enjoy our video.
Welcome to Bentley Secondary College, where all students are welcome and we aspire to be the best we can be.
At Bentley, it is a family and community atmosphere, so it really is making sure that we are offering not just the educational, but a pastoral care as well.
The reason I actually came to Bentley in the first place was on our tour. We were told about how they care so much about well-being and we got to see the beautiful space here. They didn't try and sell me with like, oh, we've got really fancy uniforms and stuff. They told me about how they care about us.
The best thing about coming to Bentley is the community, for sure. The people here are so friendly and nice. The teachers were open and encouraging. Teachers and staff are always available to offer all kinds of help. I've gotten one-on-ones, tutors, and extra classes outside and tons of feedback inside of class.
I enjoy studying in Australia because on top of other regular subjects, I can do woodwork and art.
Well, we've got the amazing Da Vinci Centre where you can do lots of hands-on learning. So there's food tech classes, there's science, we got to do some really awesome experiments. English and math support is also provided for students.
I'm part of an EL class which helps me to improve my English, and that's part of my requirement to get into the universities in the future.
So we offer for our international students a homestay program. Something that we pride ourselves on here is the ability to make sure that our students have an experience that supports their social, physical and emotional well-being.
From my experience in homestay, it was rather positive. My homestay is very open with showing me the Australian culture, and being there makes me really feel like home.
We hope you've enjoyed this tour and look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'd like to now hand over to the Assistant Principal, Peter Allen from Cheltenham Secondary College.
Thanks, Sky. We're very excited to have the opportunity to showcase our school to you. We're an academic school that's based in the Bayside suburbs of Melbourne. So we have beautiful surrounds, beautiful school grounds, but within that context, we have a high-performing and well-regarded educational project with a focus on both academic subjects, but also the creative subjects that allow students to build and develop as a whole person. We also have a very strong international program, which is supported by our Wellbeing Centre, which is available for all students. And there are many educational opportunities that we provide and different pathways which we can support students to work through. A few of the things that we're excited about and think make Cheltenham a bit of a special place. We have a sister school in Adelaide, which is in South Australia. It's the capital city in South Australia. And at the end of term 2, we do an exchange with them. So next year we'll be travelling over to Adelaide, and students have the opportunity to compete in academic, but also in a variety of creative and sports and a range of activities. And so that's an event that really engenders school spirit. We are also very excited that we have some new buildings that will start next year. And so that will continue to improve the surrounds and the facilities that we have. But most of all, we're really proud of our academic results, whether that's NAPLAN at Year 7 and Year 9 or the VCE and the senior results. So we're very excited to be able to show you this video, and thank you for your time. Welcome to Cheltenham Secondary College and our renowned international program. Our school stands out for its unparalleled emphasis on personalised learning, nurturing each student's unique talents with innovative subjects like environmental studies and access to a diverse curriculum. We empower students to thrive in an ever-changing world. Our dynamic co-curricular program ignite passions from digital technology to creative arts, ensuring holistic development.
I love Cheltenham Secondary College because without this school I would have never found my really good friends, and teachers really helped me to discover what I really love and what job I want to do when I'm older. The International Student Program is a really good way for students to get in a room together and get to know a bit more about each other, and we can learn a bit more about their culture and language, and they can learn from us.
We feel very privileged to support our wonderful international students who have chosen our school for their high school studies. In our dedicated English Language Centre, we have a highly qualified team of expert staff who work together to improve students' communication skills and classroom skills.
Our team works very hard to ensure our homestay families are good quality and that our students feel safe and happy at school. We check in with our students regularly, and we keep in touch with parents as well, so that everyone is fully informed about the student's process and well-being.
I have been a student here for 3 years, and this year I'm an international student captain. I love helping our new students adjust to the school. I also love part of the media club, and we have a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I've been at Cheltenham since 2022 and it has been a wonderful experience. The teachers are very helpful, caring and supportive, and they'll help you if you need help. Here at school we have a wide range of subject selections that we can choose from to suit everyone, such as academic people, sporty and autistic people. And it has been a wonderful and pleasant experience, and I've enjoyed my time here.
We look forward to welcoming you to Cheltenham Secondary College.
Hello everyone, my name's Carol Duggan. I'm an assistant principal at Mentone Girls Secondary College. I'm also the acting principal here at the moment while my principal's on leave. I'm really proud to be part of today's presentation. I have with me Yinan Zhang, who is our International Students Coordinator, and I have Kemi Lee, who is one of our international students. Kemi's in Year 9 and has been with us since Year 7. So Mentone Girls Secondary College is a well-established school in the southeastern suburbs. It's actually the only all-girls school, government school in this region. We're located very closely to Mentone Beach, and we offer a wide variety of programs because we see every student for who they are, and we try to cater for their individual needs. So some features I'd like to mention to you include that we have an enhancement program for students who need extending across the regular curriculum. We differentiate our curriculum for each and every student at our school. We have a very extensive band and music program and a very strong focus in our curriculum on progress and also social education. Of particular highlight is our STEAM Centre, which is encouraging our students to take on board the challenges of sciences and math subjects, and those areas are growing year by year. And that actually has impacted our results. We have had in our NAPLAN data, for example, for 2023, we are the top school for writing in our area, which is above the select entry schools for both boys and girls in our area. In our Year 9 NAPLAN data, we actually are the top school for numeracy in our area and the third school for reading and writing, and that's again in competing against select entry schools. Our values are creativity, inclusivity, and empowerment and achievement. They're very important and core values to the work that we do. And I would really encourage consideration of our school in the future, but I really would like you to enjoy our video presentation. Thank you.
Mentone Girls Secondary College is a well-established college. We've been around since 1955 and it's our mission to provide an outstanding education for every girl that comes to our school. At our school, we introduce students to STEAM subjects quite early. They include subjects such as digital technologies, chemistry, physics, mathematics, robotics, and a range of art-related subjects. We do this because we know that it builds their capacity and confidence in those areas, which often are non-traditional for female students to undertake. There's no judgment here and everyone is fearless, and I think that's one of the benefits of being in an all-girls school.
So the school offers a lot of clubs. They've got multicultural club, K-pop club, sports club, and other clubs that students can make if they want to go to one. And they essentially just learn all activities that they enjoy, and they can go with their friends and have lots of fun together.
The college prepares us by giving us leadership opportunities. For example, I'm the Performing Arts Technology Captain, but we also have options such as house captain, school captain, and subject captains for different year levels as well. Our community is really friendly. We're able to smile and talk with everyone. And I have been able to make relationships with other international students and learn different cultures and stuff from them.
Our school is a place where every international student will feel like they belong, where they can achieve their goals and aspirations and meet long-lasting friendships as well.
One day come to our school at the first day, I will have the peer support students ready to guide them to the classrooms, to meet with their new friends and teachers.
There's a whole lot of variety of people here, and it makes that you can associate with more people, which drastically improves your social skills, and that's what I love about this school. You gain such a good mood here, it has such a good environment, it's just one of the best choices.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'd really like to welcome Danny Angelo, Principal of Mount Alexander College.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Danny Angelico, Principal at Mount Alexander College, and I'm here with an incredible team. Angie, who's our International Students Coordinator, Billy, who's in Year 12 and he's an international student getting ready for his end-of-year exams, Zahara, who's in Year 10, she's our International Student Captain, and of course Gus, who's one of our local students. So I just wanted to give you a brief introduction to our school. We're currently sitting in a new building, $26 million worth, which we moved into in term 2. It's got state-of-the-art facilities, and we're sitting in our wonderful makerspace with incredible facilities and equipment. And the space also has some other wonderful, very specialised areas in science, performing arts, visual and digital arts. We're an inner city school. We're 10 minutes away from the city. The tram stops right in front of our school. So within minutes, our students are in the city centre, with great access to Melbourne's iconic places, everything from galleries to Federation Square sporting facilities, and of course, Melbourne Uni, which is actually the university of choice for our students. We're a very diverse community. There are over 40 different nationalities at our school, and we've got a very established international students program. And our students mostly come from Asia, and often will stay with relatives, but we can also organise homestays for them. We are a small school. There's only 680 students, so it very much has a lovely community feel about it. And because we are small, we can take a very personalised approach with our students. And every student has a pathway plan. And we are quite unique and special in that we have a vertical curriculum, which what that means is that our students have access to some 150 different subjects. And so if a student really wants to excel in the area of science, they have 10 to 12 different subjects that they can access when they are in year 7 to 10. What the vertical structure also allows us to do is to allow acceleration for our students. So the majority of our students in year 7 to 10 do accelerate. And so it's not unusual for a student, for example, in year 7 to be studying at year 8 or year 9 academic maths. Last year, one of our students was taking pre-VCE maths methods. So acceleration is something that is a focus of our school. We do have a very strong academic focus at the school, and our NAPLAN data last year across all measures was above the state and similar schools in our area. And we have some very, very strong VCE results. Our DUX from last year for VCE was an international student, and she achieved a score in the high 90s, and she's currently studying biomedicine at Melbourne University. Our students, it's very much a wraparound support for our students. We have a very strong wellbeing program. Every student has a mentor teacher and then is supported by a student wellbeing coordinator. We have a doctor in our school, as well as some psychologists, and a really great team to support our students. We really want to encourage our students to follow their passions or interests. So if they're a student who's really excited about science, they have the opportunity of choosing more science if they wish, and other subjects to a lesser degree if they don't interest them or won't benefit them in the future. So we want to encourage our students to follow their passions and their interests, but of course, as like many of the schools that you'll see here today, there are lots of extracurricular activities that the students can participate, and hopefully the video that you'll see today will capture some of those. So I hope you enjoy our video and you get to see just how special MAC is. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danny Angelico and I'm the principal of Mount Alexander College. Mount Alexander College is an inner city school located 4 kilometres from the CBD. The college prides itself on providing a personalised experience for students, as well as a range of accelerated programs. Our international students all graduate having studied 6 subjects with the potential to maximise their ATAR scores. Our students are guided to choose their pathway from year 7, and there's something here for everyone at MAC.
A unique thing here at Mount Alexander College is the school's vertical learning program. This offers students from year 7 to 10 to be in the classes together, as well as being able to choose from a variety of different subjects. Since I have a passion for the science subjects, I was very glad that I was able to choose between a wide range of science subjects. These studies would help prepare me for VCE science in the future.
The music program here at MAC is really great. We offer a wide range of instrumental music lessons, and so with that we also offer a wide range of performance opportunities, so students have the chance to really experience what it's like to perform as a musician.
I'm the international captain of our school. At Mount Alexander College, leadership is very valued. All the student leaders meet every week for our catch-up. They have a presentation where they show everyone their ideas, and all the leaders just discuss among themselves how to bring those ideas into life and how to organize these events and help the other leaders.
Hello, my name is Angie. I'm the International Student Coordinator at Mount Alexander College.
Having been an international student myself, I really understand the challenges that the international students are going through. That is why arrival and transition support are our main priority here. We have a dedicated team with Chinese, Vietnamese and Arabic-speaking staff to help international students settling in.
I'm really lucky to look after the VCE students at our school, and we're very lucky here to have some very small class sizes at our VCE level, so students receive a lot of individualised support and feedback to help them improve in their learning.
As a newcomer to Australia, I receive a lot of help from other people. So overall, I have a great experience and a very good friends around me right now. And I feel for the next few years, I'm gonna do well.
Thank you for watching our video, and I'd like to now hand you over to Rowville Secondary College and the Principal, Julie Kennedy.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Rowville Secondary College, and I'm joined here today by a past student, by a current international student, and by some of our local students, and our wonderful international student coordinator, Hong Shah. So Rowville Secondary College has a mission to nurture strengths to grow curious and powerful learners. We are a strengths-based school, so that means that we've got some very unique structures at our school to cater for students who have particular strengths. So we're a large school, we have 1,800 students and we have 2 campuses. So on our eastern campus, we have Rowville Sports Academy that caters for students who are really passionate and have strengths in very particular sports. We have 8 different sports. We also have Rowville Institute of the Arts, which is for students who are aspiring artists who love dance, drama, music, media and drama. At the Western Campus, where we're sitting today, we have our Maths and Science Academy for students who excel and enjoy maths and science subjects, and we have our General Excellence program. So they're very particular structures that allow students to do a lot more of those subjects that they love than they would normally in other programs. We really love our international program because we believe that the world is a diverse and unique place, and that we learn so much from each other when we come together in an educational environment. So we learn about what the similarities are between different cultures across the world, and we learn about what the similarities are. So we have wonderful celebrations. Yesterday we had Multicultural Day. We had lots of our international students coming in their national costume, bringing in their food, their dances, their traditions, and sharing that with the community. We love seeing the parents of the international students coming in and cooking and sharing food and joining in those festivities. So that really symbolises what's important for us. We believe, it's part of our mission, that students thrive in an environment where we care for their academic outcomes, but also their social and emotional outcomes, social and emotional health, that you have to wrap those things together to get really good outcomes for students once they leave school. So we have structures in place that really support that. We have a learning mentor system. It's a vertical system where students come together every day for 20 minutes and they really work on the connections and that sense of community. They are diverse students from different year levels, but they spend their whole time in that small group right across their 6 years that they spend at the college. So they get to know each other really well. Their learning mentor, we call them their parent at school. So they care for that student in the same way that parents care for their students. They are their advocate. So I'm really confident that every single student at Rowville Secondary College has a learning mentor that knows them really well, that cares about them, that drives and supports them to be their very best with that in our community. So that's a snapshot about our school, and I hope that you enjoy the video that tells us a bit more about the school.
My passion is singing. I love trying new things.
I really like math.
And my passion's playing golf and I love it.
Welcome to Rowville Secondary College. We are a strengths-based school, and that means that we firmly believe that students need to understand what their core strengths are, because we know that this is what energises them and motivates them and gives them the passion and the drive to be able to address challenges in the classroom. So in knowing all of our students really well, in knowing all of the things that they enjoy, all of their strengths, all of their growth potential, we believe that we can bring out the best in the students.
We see a great synergy between their ability to understand the requirements in something that they're passionate and find a strength in themselves, and how that prepares them in the academic pathway. We have 4 programs: General Excellence, Math Science Academy, Rowville Institute of the Arts and the Rowville Sports Academy. And our focus as a school is to help students get to what that next part of their life journey is.
The best part in Rowville is that the teachers, friends, and my school guardians, as well as my homestay, they're always there to support me with my mental health, physical health, especially during the stressful time of year 12.
With the subjects like obviously music and also my academic subjects like English and maths, I'm able to apply that perseverance. I'm able to have the best of both worlds.
We had a friendly teacher and classmate could help. If you're not confident with your English, this is have a EL class for help. So don't worry, just come here.
At Rowville Secondary College, no matter what your strengths are, you'll find wise teachers and staff here to help guide you choose what next pathway is for you.
Thank you so much to the team at Rowville, and thank you so much to all of our wonderful schools today. Good morning or good afternoon to all of our education agents across the world, and of course across Australia as well, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching our recording. It is so lovely to be with you again on what is, I believe, our 7th virtual school familiarisation tour showcase so far. We have just had the chance to see another 5 excellent Victorian government schools. For those of you who might have missed some of the names, we started with Bentley Secondary College. Second up was Cheltenham Secondary College. Third was Mentone Girls Secondary College. Fourth was Mount Alexander College. And fifth was Rowville Secondary College. We now move on to the part that we all know you love the most, which is the question and answer session. So as with previous virtual school familiarisation tours, you're welcome to type your question into the chat bot. Oh, sorry, excuse me, the chat box. So just press on chat at the bottom of the screen and open up the chat and type in. You're welcome to post your question to everyone. Alternatively, you are welcome just to send your question to me. My name is Matt Fleming, Victorian Government Schools, and I will read out the questions. But As your Q&A host, once again, it is my pleasure always to ask the first question, and I always love to hear from our students. So over to our students. Please let us know, or please tell us, for those of us who might not have been to Victoria before, please tell us what it is about your school that you love the most. And I might start with Mentone Girls Secondary College. So what is it that you love most about your school? You might just need to unmute yourself if you're on mute still.
Thank you.
I'm talking? Yes, all right. So our school has a lot of people, a variety of people. Every one of them is very different. You gain too much social skills for you to actually go through life very easily. The people that's surrounding you at the same time is also working on their own social skills. It's very easy associating yourself with the people inside this school, which means that it's a very easy time in this school. That's pretty much the best thing about my school.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'd like to now hand over to Rowville Secondary College students and ask them the same question. What is it that you love most about Rowville Secondary College?
I think my favorite thing about Rowville Secondary College is our specialisms and just our unique ability to kind of cater to each and every child. Because we've all got unique abilities and like we all enjoy different things. Yeah, just the ability to diversify is really great as well.
Wait, can you also answer?
Yeah, another reason is as an international student, you can easily get help from your friends, the classmate, and teacher. If every single teacher and classmate is very friendly in this school, and they will often just help you and without any any voice. So don't worry, just ask for help.
I think Rowville is great because I think many of the students here don't see differences. As an Indian Australian, I can walk into any classroom and feel welcome. I think that's one of the greatest advantages of Rowville is that we're ethically very diverse. In all areas, we're very diverse, and I think that's one of Rowville's biggest strengths is that we're very accepting of anyone, whoever you are, or wherever you've come from.
Well, I definitely agree with all that. Mainly what I like the most is the teachers. Like I like the fact that I can sort of like, for some things like media, which is what I like to focus on in my classes, they actually enjoy media themselves and they actually, contribute with the things that I'm working on and yeah, give me great ideas and help me maybe even like learn new things about like new perspectives of these sorts of things and yeah, things that I wouldn't have learned without these teachers.
Yeah, I also think that me and Riley's learning mentor at the start of the day, it's always great to come into that learning mentor because our learning mentor is one of the best teachers we've ever had. He's really amazing. And it's just to be able to come into a classroom like that first thing in the morning, even if you're a little bit tired in the morning, and have someone to talk to who's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, is just an amazing experience. And I think that only Rowville has to offer.
Thank you to the amazing student team at Rowville. Bentley Secondary College, tell us.
So I personally feel like the facilities and the teachers here are the best that I've ever experienced. For the facilities, it's huge and wide range. There's a lot of different supports. Mainly as a senior student, I get access to the kitchen, which provides all the reheating and cooking needs that I might use for my lunches. Another thing is that the teachers here are very dedicated to teaching and showing the students how to study and go about their daily lives even. The teaching reaches outside of school, outside of academics. It goes into health and socials and a lot of different other aspects in life, I feel.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. The team at Cheltenham.
Well, my favorite thing about the school is the people here. They're all really welcoming and kind, and especially some of the teachers here, they can really help me with things I have trouble with and help me improve my skills.
Here at Cheltenham, I really enjoyed the wide subject selections that we have. It's suitable for everyone. For me personally, since coming to Australia, I've seen that there are many subjects I'm interested that I was not able to do back home. So coming here and studying here, there's a lot of opportunities and new experiences for us.
Yeah, I feel like a media group at my school. We can take any photo. We lunchtime. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And now over to Mount Alexander College students.
Well, something I really love at Mount Alexander College since I started here in 2022 is how diverse we are here. Like Miss Angelico said, we have over 40 different cultures here, and that's something incredible about our school. Another thing is the teachers and staff here. The amount of support I have received from all my teachers has absolutely blown me away, and it's been nothing like I've ever experienced at other schools I've been to.
Yeah, something that I love about the school is for sure the leadership opportunities that we get. As an international captain myself, I get to organize any event that I like. Not just organize, but if I want to help my fellow leaders, we all have fun and we can just organize any type of events that we think the students would like. The teachers are always so helpful with it. We present it to everyone, get everyone's ideas, and that's just we can just organize any event. Recently we had our trash ball runway, book week, and all of that was organized by the students with the help of our amazing teachers. Yeah, and the students loved it.
One thing I like about the school is the accelerated learning program, which allowed me to take on subjects that's above my year level. And it's helped that the teacher in this school is very supportive of me as well, which helped my learning quite a bit.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our students for letting us know what you love most about your school. And it is just so wonderfully rewarding to hear that you not only get to benefit from all of those, from that flexibility, from all of those subjects and extracurricular activities, but that you are incredibly well supported by your school teachers and principals and assistant principals and international student coordinators. And that's something that we are very proud of here at the Department of Education as well. It's the quality of the schools and the quality of the school staff. And so thank you so much to all of our school staff for all that you do. We're starting to have some questions coming through, and I very much appreciate it. So please keep your questions coming through. We might stay with Mount Alexander College because I've just got a couple of questions coming through for you. There are two questions. So one question is in relation to how many international students you currently have, and whether this was whether this is different from before COVID. So that's one question. And then the second question is wanting to know more about the vertical structure that is available at Mount Alexander College.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for those questions. So obviously before COVID, our international students program had about 40 students in it. So the numbers definitely, with the border closures have declined as our students have graduated through the school and Unfortunately, their siblings didn't come over that COVID period, but certainly the numbers are now starting to grow, which we're very, delighted with. So currently we have 12 students with quite a few number of students starting with us next year, which is really, really exciting. So our program has been in the school for a long time. And as I mentioned in my introduction, our students, whilst Zahara is from Saudi, but a lot of our students do come from Asian countries. But we welcome all students from all countries. In terms of our vertical structure, it is quite unique to our school. And so our students are in classes with students from all ages, so in year 7 to 10. So as a year 8 student, if you're sitting in a biochemistry class, for instance, you'll be in a class with year 9s and year 10s and maybe some year 7s. So as a year 8 student, I get to, if I'm able to, accelerate at either year 9 level or year 10 level based on my capability. The unique thing about the vertical structure is not only do the students have a lot of choice in the subjects that they are able to take, so for students who are particularly interested in science, they can take not just the required amount, but as many science subjects as they like. So I know Gus certainly last year really enjoyed science and did lots and lots of science subjects. But the nice thing about it is an acceleration program, not just for students who are good at one particular area. It's no matter what the area that you are particularly gifted in, you have that opportunity to excel. So whether it's science, whether it's maths, whether it's humanities. So I could be doing a history and politics class as a year 9 student, but could be working at a year 10 level. The other really nice thing about the vertical structure is that unlike a traditional school where students are in the same group with the same group at year levels and do those same subjects with those same students, our students work with different students in every subject that they take. So Gus will be in a different class for English with a different group of students. He'll then be in a different class for maths with a different group of students. So being a small school, having a vertical structure means that we all know each other, the students all know each other, and the teachers all know the students very, very well.
Thank you, Danny. That sounds incredibly helpful, and I think incredibly helpful for our education agents who often get asked by parents, how can my child advance? What kind of opportunities exist for them if they're really good at XYZ, whether it be maths, whether it be science, whether it be so many different subjects. I have a question here as well for Bentley Secondary College. And the question is, how does your school support students' social, emotional, and academic aspirations?
You want to talk to that a little bit, Carl?
We have a well-being center here in Bentley Secondary College, where they provide many different emotional and academic supports. The students themselves as well can personally reach out to individual and specific teachers through Compass, which is our learning app, or maybe Microsoft Teams. Teachers are very responsive. They're always available, and they're always ready to provide any material support and help and one-on-ones with specific students. I personally have a lot of one-on-ones, and I have my own mentor, which helps me throughout my media project and a lot of different art and design project that I also do. So I say, yeah, it's pretty strong here.
Great, thank you so much. It's one of those things that we pride ourselves on here in Victorian government schools and the state of Victoria more broadly, is that we really work hard to support students' physical and mental health as part of their schooling. And there are lots of opportunities and lots of resources and staff available at all of our schools to support students with their physical and mental health, in addition to their education as well. And there's lots of preventative and early warning supports that we can put in place for students, whether that be school counsellors or school wellbeing teams. Many of our schools have got doctors on site as well. So I'd like to provide this opportunity to any of our other schools to talk about the types of additional supports that they provide to their students. So feel free just to unmute yourself.
Hi, I'd love to talk. We've been incredibly lucky over the last few years that additional resources have been put into every Victorian government school. We have a sensational wellbeing team. We have social workers, educational psychologists, we have engagement officers. But the one program that I love the most, that's only just started at the school this year, is called Dogs Connect. So we have wellbeing dogs that are part of our community, and they go into classrooms. They work with groups of students and with individual students. So we know the research says that when dogs are around in an environment, that students' heart rates lower, their blood pressure lowers. So you can do beautiful things like encouraging reluctant readers to read to a dog. So it takes away that high stakes environment. It builds their confidence. And it's just beautiful to see students who need a bit of a boost to take Penny or Bruce out to wellbeing dogs for a walk around the school and just see how that lifts their mood. So it's a beautiful thing, and I think it demonstrates the range of creative ways that we care for and support students holistically in schools across Victoria.
Thank you, Julie. Would anyone else like to talk about their support programs?
We'd be happy to.
Thanks, Danny.
So at Mount Alexander College, we will be opening up our new wellbeing centre at the start of term 4, and the centre will have our new doctor's surgery, our psychologist counselling rooms, our student wellbeing coordinator spaces, also a withdrawal space for students who might need a little bit of time out of their classes, as well as quite a large therapeutic space where we will be running art therapy, dogs in schools service, meditation, yoga for students before school, during lunchtime and after school. We also support our students through our mentoring program. So as I mentioned earlier, every student is assigned a mentor teacher, and they work with that student once a week. And in that program with that student, not only are they obviously working on their academic progress and how they're tracking, but also there to support them with any wellbeing needs that they might have, whether it's social issues, friendships, and the like. That person knows the student really well. They stay with that student from year 7 to year 10 the whole way. So over those 4 years with that student, they really get to know them very, very well. And they play a very important role in also guiding them in that course selection process, because as I said, there are lots of subjects that students can choose from. So it's very important that not only are they understand the student in terms of their interests and their strengths, but they also have an understanding of what the student's goals are and where the student sees themselves at the end of year 12.
Thank you, Danny at Mount Alexander College. Cheltenham, I see you've unmuted yourself.
Yeah, we just would like to talk more about language center. From 2023, we reopened language center. Actually, we have run language center more than 10 years. And this year we will open again. And we welcome about 20 students from our school and also from other schools. We also have a kitchen. So this is very important, I know. So we have a microwave, we have a fridge, and we even have hot water, so the students are welcome to bring his lunch. Like most from students from Asian in China and Vietnam, they like to have lunch box with rice, so they can put it in fridge and they're welcome to heat up, and also can use water to heat up the and the noodle. And in our language center, we have all our teachers from our school from different subjects to come to support them. So our language center program, so we have language basis curriculum. So we have speaking and listening, writing and reading, and we also have science class, math class, all language basis. We also take students out. So we have 2 excursions. We have city excursion, make students familiar with Melbourne and also experience Melbourne culture. We also take students to Zoom, and also it's good experience. And yeah, I just welcome everyone and who want to join Cheltenham Secondary College. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cheltenham. We have a few questions in here in relation to duration of study. So there are a couple of questions in here, one to me privately and another one to everyone in relation to students short-term students who wish to study here for less than, for about 4 to 6 weeks. So that is what we consider our study tours program. So that's not part of our international student program for which we're discussing today. The schools that we've got here today are recruiting for students who are going to be here as standard students. So standard students are here for at least 1 full academic year or full school year. Most of those students come to study with us for more than 2 years. They might, for example, do their senior high school with us. Plus, as Cheltenham was just discussing, they might do 6 months of intensive English language. So if you are interested in study tour schools, we'll take down your details and we will contact you via email afterwards. We have another question in here for all of our schools in relation to enrolment places for term 1/semester 1 next year. And unless I hear otherwise from any of our schools, I'm going to assume that you have enrolment places for 2024, including for term 1 next year. Okay, so that resounding silence from our schools indicates to our education agents who are kind enough to join us that if you are getting applications for term 1, 2024 onwards, that the schools here at today's showcase, Bentley Secondary College, Cheltenham Secondary College, Mentone Girls Secondary College, Mount Alexander College, and Rowville Secondary College have got enrolment places from term 1, 2024 onwards. And we often know that you're asking us for schools with capacity, and here are 5 excellent schools and very popular schools with international students that you can now direct students to. We have a question in here about activities being organized during school breaks. And so Cheltenham, you have suggested that you do have some activities that occur during school breaks. Of course, it's not the whole school break because most of our students if not all of our students use those school breaks to do generally one of 3 or 4 things. 1, they go home to see their families in their home country. Number 2, they might travel with their parents, particularly if their parents are here, or they might travel with their homestay parents. They might sometimes take the time to relax, and we all know that a lot of them are teenagers and they need their rest. And number 4 is that they use that time to prepare for the studies coming up in the semester or the term ahead. So particularly for our year 11 and 12 students who will be very busy this school break, this term 3 school break, which starts only in a couple of days, and they'll be using that to prepare for their VCE, Victorian Certificate of Education exams. But I'd love to hear from Cheltenham about the types of activities that you organise for your students.
We organize many activities. For example, especially for international students, we always have like a Chinese New Year celebration. And also we have like a welcome party. So first week when students come here, we will have all our principal, assistant principal, and well-being leader will come over our language center, and we have like a presentation. We also welcome have the food provided, and other activity. Our students are free for international students are free to go to camp. So all students will have like a 3 to 5 dance camp from different year level. We also join many clubs. So we have, for example, this year, our students are very interested in soccer club. So we organize a soccer club for our international students and our local students together. I guess this is a very great opportunity to make our students to make friends with local students. And we also organize some excursions. So, and it's normally every term we will organize excursions. And during the holiday, we sometimes organize not just for students, we also catch up with the parents, because we know we support parents, we support students. So we will have gather with parents, have barbecue with parents. And this way, I see we want students be here when they have holiday, and we just want they have a beautiful holiday and relax there, and we just need a talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be a one-day trip down to Phillip Island, or to an Australian rules football match, or something along those lines. So again, it's not for the whole holidays, but it's a one-day day trip where we catch up, and it might, as Lily said, also be with families and homestays. Or
like last year, our principal take a student to AFL, so we watch football together, and we got very good feedback. Yeah, so we always try to do some activity to help students settle here and make their life is not just a study, you know. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'd like to be able to give the opportunity to any of our other schools joining us today to talk about their intensive English language program. So just feel free to unmute yourselves. I know not every school has one.
Happy to speak to that at
you.
Mount Alexander College. So we have a literacy program that's a standalone program that is offered to students who need that support, but certainly our international students are very much part of that literacy support, and it can look like, you know, one-on-one help in developing reading skills, small group withdrawal to work on reading comprehension and decoding. We also have support in maths classes. So every year 7 class has a tutor, and all our senior mathematics classes have a tutor as well. And their main focus is actually to support our international students as well as other students in the class, but primarily for our international students. We do have Chinese, Vietnamese, Arabic speaking staff. So those teachers are able to support our international students, and many of those are, you know, come with a wide range of skills and subject knowledge. So it's really helpful, you know, if it's a student who's, you know, taking whether it's VCE specialist maths or it's legal studies, we do have that expertise on staff that can actually help, particularly with, you know, those subjects where language content and vocab is, you know, the demands are fairly high.
Thank you. Sky at Bentley, hello.
Hi. So similarly, we are really looking at the individual needs of the students, because as you would be aware, they come with different levels of ability. And so really we assess what their need is and then make a decision based on the individual student. So for some, that might mean that they go to a local language school and do maybe 6 months of work there. But then also here at Bentley Secondary College, for students, once they are here with us, They're having individual support and also support within EAL classes where we're working with them on different aspects of their learning. And again, it's very individualized to the students' needs because each child will have different areas that they need to work on and areas of strength. So we really work on those individual areas with those students.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes.
So I'd just like to add in about our language club. So I love the language club because it was something that wasn't generated by the leadership of the school, but the students themselves. So the international students and local students got together and decided that it would be great to run a language club at lunchtime. So it's a very informal place where they come together, they communicate really strongly, they learn about the different languages and different cultures. But they've also been really proactive. So they've just done a wonderful presentation to our school council, trying to get up a study tour of China in the future. So that's totally student driven and came out of our language club. So that's a beautiful example of the benefit of having an international student program within a school.
Thank you, Julie. We might stay with Rowville because I'd love to ask May a couple of questions. So May, what was your time at Rowville Secondary College like, and what did that lead you to? Because I understand you're no longer studying at the school.
Yeah. When I was like, I started come here to Royal Secondary College year 9, and then for 4 years been in Royal Secondary College. I learned so much and improved a lot on my English, but also my academic learning and also myself as a person. I learned how to talk to local people, but also like problem solving, like because I living by myself, so I learn a lot in terms of like problem solving skills on how to approach some certain things. For example, like how to go to city and stuff. And yeah, Rob will literally help me a lot. Also with my business related, because back in year 11 and year 12, teachers and my friends are always there to support me throughout the precious time. Like I could go to teachers and my friends to ask a question and study together, and that helped me a lot to later on with my degree at university. And homestay as well. They really support me all the way from when I was like 16 years old until I moved after year 12. They're always there to mentally support me and physically as well. Like I could in the morning wake up and see them and they saying hi and ask me, are you feeling okay? Oh, good morning and stuff. And later on after class, I would go back home and then they would cook food like dinner and stuff, and then we would watch movie. It's really helped me a lot. Like I feel like home, and I feel like I belong there, and they're always there to support me throughout my high school years and also my adult turning into adult year as well.
That sounds lovely. Homestay families really are a home away from home. What are you, whereabouts are you currently studying, and what do you plan to do once you graduate?
I am currently studying at Monash, and my plan after graduating would be try to find some jobs that are related to economy area, economy, because I'm studying economy at the moment, and yeah, trying to find jobs. And later on, if I could stay, I would stay here, or I could go back to my hometown and continue my my career. Yeah.
Thank you, May. It's wonderful to hear about your experience, and so nice because in terms of our virtual school familiarization tours, we don't often get to see a student ambassador, a student alumni. So thank you for taking time out of your university life to come and chat with us. I would like to ask a question of Mentone Girls Secondary College. And the question is, what are the benefits of going to study abroad as an international student at a school level rather than at a university level?
Thanks for the question. I think one of the clear benefits in studying at a school at an earlier age group is to settle into the culture of the country which you're visiting. And I think once that immersion commences, students will form connections at an earlier age and understand how to build on those relationships that will in fact support them as they move forward. A lot of families are very concerned about academic outcomes for their students, and if a student is immersed in a culture early and is being supported with their education, they're going to achieve their best. So starting early actually equals better results, I think, in the end, or the capability for students to be able to achieve their best because they've already adjusted to the new setting that they're in. And if they do their very best, they're going to be able to have many choices for tertiary studies. So, for example, at my school, 99% of our students will go on to tertiary studies, and being an all-girls school, we do champion the sciences, and we have many students going to male-dominated career paths, including engineering, and those numbers are increasing, largely because those students began at year 9, year 10, you began in year 7, but I think the opportunities increase if students commence their experience at an earlier age.
That's brilliant, Carol. Thank you so much. Where do you often find your students going in terms of where they choose university? It's particularly with the big push behind STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths.
From my perspective, because our school really focuses on the individual and it's a school for everybody from anywhere, our students go into a vast array of fields. So it can be in the sciences, technology, visual arts, the medical field, health sciences. So it's a very broad brush of courses that our students go into. But as I mentioned before, that the fact that we've got a dedicated STEAM centre and we have a focus on robotics and other the harder sciences, for want of a better term, our students are now turning into those fields. My own children came through the school and one's gone into the health sciences and one's a mechanical engineer. And both of those areas, they're mixing with people from very different backgrounds. So it's very hard to state a particular area, but it's important to know that any student can achieve what they want in the directions that they're interested in, and it's not a one-size-fits-all. So we really do focus on individualising pathway support for our students.
Thanks, Carol. That's brilliant to hear. And I think for the benefit of our education agents, you often get parents and students come up to you, particularly parents, come up to you and say, I'd love for my child to be a doctor or a lawyer or an architect or work in engineering. And sometimes you've got kids and parents who really don't know and they want to come to study abroad and they want to study in a school, particularly an Australian school or a Victorian school, to be able to follow those passions and find what is going to be appropriate for them, for their university and their career dreams. And it is very much a strengths-based approach here. And we've mentioned in past familiarization tour showcases that we've got all sorts of wraparound supports for students, as Carol has just articulated very well, to help students find their passions and to be successful. I've got another question here for Roville. So I'd love to ask, what is your school's approach to fostering creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving in students?
That's a beautiful question, and I'm really pleased that you asked it, because what we believe is the essence of a great education is developing curious learners. And it's a real skill to be able to ask great questions. and you have to have a particular mindset around that. So that having the answers is not the most important thing, but taking risks with your learning, having a growth mindset. So making mistakes is part of a really good learner, that they shouldn't be expecting to get everything right, that there are mistakes along the way, that the resilience that you show when learning is hard is incredibly important. So we talk to our students about their mind, about their brain being a muscle, just like any other muscle. So the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So we talk about the more you use your brain, the smarter you get. That it's intelligence is not fixed. So we have very explicit ways that we teach our students to have a kit bag of skills that they can use when learning gets hard and when they get stuck. So it's about asking great questions, about having resilience, about having persistence, about having different strategies, not just asking the teacher, what do I do now, about being independent. So we focus on learning skills and the mindset that you need to be a powerful learner.
Thank you so much, Julie. And I think what you've just said is a very, very good way to sum up and to answer the parents that come to our education agents who say, please, I want to send my child to the top-ranked school in Australia. And of course, the top-ranked school in Australia may not be the right school for that student. It's always about having the right school for the right student, and the types of supports that are available are key. And that's why all of our schools today have talked about the types of supports that they offer each of their students to help them excel and to help them find that pathway to higher education and onto their careers, and to be critical in terms of the way they think, and to be able to problem solve, and to be able to use those sorts of skills that we all use as adults in our daily lives. Which actually brings me to my final question, which is for Cheltenham Secondary College, and it is in relation to pathways and careers. And I'd love to know, what does the school do in order to prepare students for their future study pathways and careers?
I think it's a little bit of what you've heard previously in terms of getting to know the students and supporting them. I mentioned earlier that we have a focus on either an academic or a creative, but it's not an isolated academic. Within the academic program, we're still developing those creative skills because they both inform each other and the same. So we have students who have spoken about their love of media, and the fact that they appreciate those two different streams and the chance to be more creative than perhaps they had previously had. We have a coordinator for the chess program, which is access to higher education, so that students in their VCE and their final year at school can start to access first year tertiary. So there's those opportunities for those students who want. But then there are opportunities, art clubs, academic clubs. So some of it's in a formal classroom, some of it's in downtime and socialization and co-curricular. And I think any school across the system that you're looking at, they've all talked about that support, and that's a strength of the system in Victoria, that we do get to know the student and develop those. And it's very much at year 9 and below, there is the chance to experience a lot of different subjects. And then as students move up through the school, they start to specialise a bit more after they've had those opportunities to experience everything. If they're here in year 9, In year 10, there's a lot of support through a dedicated careers person, and they do some Moresby testing, which is looking at pathways which will suit them. And again, they're not locked into those pathways, but it's just some advice of some things they might like to explore. And then if they do choose to explore those areas, then they're supported to do so. If they find that that's not for them and they want to change path and work on something a little bit different, then they're supported to do that. And it's very much student-led, but it's supported by the school, and expertise is put around them to make sure that they're making the right choices for themselves.
Great, thank you so much. We've now got a couple of minutes left before we go to the poll, or our quiz. So does anyone or any one of our 5 schools love to perhaps address something or make a comment in relation to their school or the system that you haven't had a chance to put forward just yet? And that, of course, goes to our students as well. If there's something that you would love our education agents across the world to know. Okay, if not, we will go to our quiz, which is always a fun part of today. Aha, so this is our fun online education agent quiz following our showcase of our 5 amazing schools. So this is now to put to the test, how well do you know each of our schools following today? Were you listening? And were you active listening, as we say to the students? So the first question is, which school video talks about their new Da Vinci Centre where students can practice hands-on learning? Was it A, Bentley Secondary College, B, Cheltenham Secondary College, C, Mentone Girls Secondary College, D, Mount Alexander College, or E, Rowville Secondary College? And for those of you who have played before, please type in what the letter is, and we'll give you a couple of seconds to see. Are we getting a lot of A's for Bentley Secondary College? Lots of A's? Okay. All right, let's see what the answer is. Yes, the answer is Bentley Secondary College. Well done to everyone playing from home. Okay, the next question is, which school is a strengths-based school where students can choose between 4 programs: general excellence, maths and science, arts and sports? Is it A, Bentley Secondary College, B, Cheltenham Secondary College, C, Mentone Girls, D, Mount Alexander, or E, Rowville? Getting a lot of E's for Rowville. Okay, what's the answer? Correct, Rowville Secondary College. Well done to everyone who guessed E. Okay. Our third question, which school has a vertical learning program where classrooms have students from different year levels? A, Bentley, B, Cheltenham, C, Mentone Girls, D, Mount Alexander, and E, Rowville. We're getting a lot of D's for Mount Alexander. Everyone who's playing at home is doing an incredibly good job. All right, I think the answer might be D, Mount Alexander College. Fantastic. All right, question number 4. Which school offers students the opportunity to be part of a media club? A, Bentley, B, Cheltenham, C, Mentone Girls, D, Mount Alexander, E, Rowville. So we've got 1 B so far for Cheltenham, 2 Bs, more Bs coming through. All right, shall we go to the answer? Cheltenham Secondary College. Well done, everyone. For B. Who guessed B? Next question. Established in 1955, which school has a focus on offering STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths subjects for their students? A, for Bentley, B for Cheltenham, C for Mentone Girls, D for Mount Alexander, and E for Rowville. We're getting a lot of C's. I think you might be able to see, yes, it is. It's Mentone Girls Secondary College. Well done, everyone. And do we have one more question? Or is that the end of it?
That is it.
That's it. Oh, see, I wanted to keep playing. Thank you so much to all of our schools, all of our principals and assistant principals and international student coordinators and teachers and alumni and students who've joined us today. We really appreciate your time, and it has been so wonderful and enriching hearing from you. And on behalf of our education agents, it's so wonderful to have had the opportunity to tour your schools and to learn more about your schools and why we'd love to send our prospective international students to your schools. Have a wonderful school holidays and a good break learning and preparing, I should say, for the VCE exams. I know it's going to be a busy term coming up, so take some time out for yourselves. Thank you so much. I will hand over to Creativa now to close us out. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt, and thanks to all our schools for showcasing all their amazing offerings today. Aren't Victorian schools wonderful? You can really see how each school uniquely cares for their international students. And thank you to our agents for your attendance. We really appreciate your interest in our schools. Please keep an eye out for 2023 Term 4 Showcase, which will take place in December. We'll be showcasing more of our amazing schools. So be sure to join us.